Okay, so this is Navonod. This is a not hand history review, a recorded session that I am going to do a review for I guess you'd say poker student of mine. Trying to go to full screen. Okay. So it looks like, and I haven't seen this before. This is the first time I'm watching it. I don't mind the lead here because we don't really want to check and call, we don't really want to check and fold, and there would have been some good barreling cards. I guess the ace is as good as any. I personally probably, that's not bad. No. See, I think if you're going to bet this ace, you need to bet also the 4 on the river. Not so much because the 4 is a scare card, although it does pair the board. But also just because if somebody has something that is, well, like the hand they had, a queen, the ace is going to be a scare card, but when you bet that ace, a lot of times they're probably going to call you there, but fold on the river. So I don't like the line. I think we could have either just checked the turn and kind of gave up, or we could have bet turn, bet river. Too much of a compromise was made, I guess I would say. This is a fine lead here. And I think we just go ahead and continue to bet for value. No, don't like the check here. Now what do we do? Yeah, see, this is just, he made the hand awkward, I think, and if turn, he probably could have got at least a slightly bigger bet paid off there. We'll see what he had here. Oh, I guess lovely Bovada is not letting him see the hands his opponent had. Okay, so anyway, that board hits a lot of hands, so I don't think it's that you have to c-bet it, but I would normally c-bet it, and I'm definitely okay with the continuation bet. We're just going to give up here. If he checked here now, I think we could bet like half the size of the pot just to fold out like missed draws. Even maybe just a little bit less than half the size of the pot. Just think about what hands you're bluffing against that you're expecting will fold, and size your bets accordingly. It didn't come up, of course, because the guy got into us, which will often be the case if he had a busted draw. But I digress. Super simple raise here. I like that we're doing 3-bet and that it was a click back. That makes me feel pretty good about our opponent and his inability to play poker. Yeah, I think we have to call here. We're not in love with it, of course. Now our hand is dead, so yeah, I love this bet. We already kind of have the call that we made, and we see a check, and we have absolutely no showdown value. We would literally be playing the board every time, unless it was exactly a 2 on the river. So definitely we want to bluff at the bottom of our range a good chunk of the time, and I definitely will give that play the nod. Super standard open raise. Now, I don't think that our open raise bluffing is getting, it doesn't seem a tremendous amount of immediate folds, but that coupled with the c-bets, I think makes opening most hands pretty profitable against this player. I think this player is probably not terrible at poker, so we can put some pressure on him and read his hand well. Very simple flat call here. We could consider possibly floating here, but if we're going to float out of position, this wouldn't be a bad time to do it. Certainly nothing wrong with the just checking and giving up. Standard, yep, okay. Right. Now this is exactly what I'm offering to do for you guys. If somebody wants to send me some footage, then I will review it much later. This will be interesting. So do we lead? Do we check call? Check raise? I think all options are on the table. I like, well, now he checks back and we just win this pot 100% of the time. There's no way that we can credibly rep a flush here, and we've got equity, so we could rep a flush, but he would have bet his flush draws probably. So, yeah, I like that line. What was I saying? Yeah, so this is when when I do these promotions, and I'm not sure in what order I'll be releasing these videos, so this might be the first you're hearing of it. But this is the type of thing I'm referring to when I'm offering to do a hand or a a video sweat session or a video session review. You'd send me the video, I would watch it. As I'm watching it, I would give my commentary, and then go back and put the call outs to give just a little bit more clarification on the points that I was trying to make, and also maybe hit some points that I missed in the initial run through. Okay, so this would be interesting. I like the bet sizing. It's a very wet board. Villain will have a lot of hands that are second best that can call. And we want to get value from draws. We want to get value from draws before they break off, and we want to get value from hands like, ace 7, top pair, top kicker type stuff before the draws come in. So I like kind of even going for the bigger bet on the flop. Another interesting spot. Yeah, I think the lead is fine. Check calling is kind of a float would have been okay. I think against this guy I would have liked check a little bit better. Oh wow. So we could have check called here, and then if he would have checked the flop back, we could have bombed the turn. Okay. I guess if he's got some kind of a plan, maybe he's just decided in his head he's just gonna win this pot. Okay, very nice. I'm gonna watch this hand again and put some, like, the call outs that you just saw would be probably more in line, but I think I like what I just saw. It was creative and seems to be pretty good against this particular opponent. I think I would have slightly preferred checking, and because I know with this guy, if he checks back, he's going to give up on the turn, so that just makes me a little bit more inclined to check, give him a chance to check back, and then be able to bet the turn when he checks back, if he checks back, and maybe do some kind of check raise if he bets, or I'm sorry, check raise, or just like check call, hoping that the turn goes check so that we can bluff the river or get there. Yeah, 10-4. I mean, so you can open it, you can not open it. I think it's fine. This is a pretty rough board to see bet against, but our opponent is calling a lot pre-flop. But if he was folding a little bit more pre-flop, I would not probably have c-bet that board, because it's just going to connect with so many hands. And I guess I don't mind just stabbing it at once, and then just kind of giving up. But I don't really love this bet. I'm not sure what he's calling us on the flop with that he's going to fold. I mean, I guess if he tanked that long with the jack, maybe he could have folded the 6. Maybe, yeah, no, I don't think that was a good bluff. I think we needed to give up on that. I feel the guy who sent me this, I've worked with him for a long time, and I know a lot about his game, and I can feel his energy shifting right now. Oop, so much so that it turned my computer off. And I think he's going to go into aggro mode, and I don't hate that idea because his opponent is shaping up to have a pretty reasonable sized fold button, so to speak. I just hope that we don't see him kind of start tilting and blowing up. I've seen McNabb